ever Baddies In Bloom podcast. Let's give it up. This has been long awaited in the Notes app for years.
Literally years.
And here we are, y'all.
Been talking about it since high school. Here we are.
In our mid-20s, finally doing it. Better late than never.
Yes.
And honestly, more wisdom to it.
Yes.
We'll go around and introduce ourselves.
Yes, I'm Helen.
I'm Shanice.
I'm Akshita.
And we're the Baddies In Bloom.
Yes.
Baddies.
The Bloom.
Bloom. And we are blooming.
Always. Never forget. It's
the pauses.
The pauses for us. So, we have a lot to get into today. Not too much, it's only episode 1.
Yes.
Right. But get to know us a little bit and you'll be back for the next episode.
Hopefully.
Period.
Well, we've been friends for a hot minute now. I want to say definitely a decade.
About a decade for sure.
Yeah, I've been friends with you since 8th grade and I've been friends with you since 10th. So it's been a minute.
Same.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, so what were y'all's first impressions of me?
Well, my first impression of Helen, since we met in 8th grade, so we were a bit young.
You were really young.
Yeah, but honestly, just easy to talk to, so easy to talk to. I feel like our whole foundation was built on just like trauma bonding, as little 13, 14-year-old girls be doing.
It's real. It's real.
But definitely just super easy to talk to, and still to this day, you know. And then Shanice, a funny gal. It was my first impression. A good old time is what she was.
Nice.
So, you know, all love.
That was mine too. I feel like I always laughed when I was around you. Like, you had the energy at that age. Because I feel like I was still a little bit reserved and not as confident, a little bit insecure. But I don't know. You were just always...
A vibe.
Yeah, like I always laughed.
Thanks.
Like, just felt really good energy around you.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
And for you, I feel like you were kind of shy when we first met. But we definitely bonded because we were the only ones that were immigrants, like in our class, kind of.
Other people we knew.
Yeah, other people we knew were mainly predominantly white. So I feel like at the time we were bonding at that in our family and our background. So, but yeah, other than that, first impression was shy.
Okay.
Yeah. My first impression of you, Helen, was like you said, maybe not the most confident, but I think my inner self wasn't that confident, and I really loved how I think our souls just kind of met there in a way.
I love that.
No, I feel like you definitely internally saw me for internally who I was then, but then we also could be giggly, gaggly gals.
Just like the acceptance.
Yes, that's what I feel about you. My first impression of Akshita was probably spunky. She matched my outer.
Yes.
She matched my outer.
Yes.
And I think together I was like, oh, these is the girls.
Some crazy gals.
Yes. But also
let me know them.
Yes. It was literally that.
I feel like we're saying stuff to each other that we haven't ever really said to each other.
Talked about,
before.
yeah.
I'm like, this is
so
cute.
we'll learn a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
A decade in, never too late.
Never too
Never
late.
too late. Forever learning, forever growing, forever,
blooming.
Period. I love how you keep pulling that back in.
I have to. The marketing.
What is it called? The conditioning?
Yes.
The priming or whatever?
The priming.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we met in high school, but let's dabble into a little bit of middle school. What do you guys feel like your friendships were in middle school? Like, besides you getting to know each other?
I feel like even elementary, middle school, I feel like I always tried to have one girl that I was close with, but none of them lasted until so I feel like I always tried to have one strong female friendship in my life at all times, and it did shift from one person to another here and there, and there are always little differences that I feel led to us not being close anymore. Yeah. And then I met Helen and Shanice and them, and we've been friends for ever since. So you know,
What was middle school? Because honestly, if y'all didn't know, which you probably don't know, me and Helen went to the same.
Oh my God, that's the lore.
It is the lore. We went to the same middle school in 7th grade, but we didn't know of each other.
Never crossed paths.
Until the yearbook came out in high school. Obviously, we looked back at our high school yearbooks and we were like, hold on.
Or middle school yearbook.
Yeah, in high school.
Yeah, in high school.
And I was like, wait, hold on. You were at the same school as me. I have the same yearbook.
There we are.
Crazy, but didn't know each other.
That was crazy. I know. That's like a whole different like karmic link type of
everything happens for a reason.
Butterfly effect. I don't even know.
Butterfly effect. Yes.
Crazy. But I think for me, when I was younger, it was really hard for me to make that deep of a connection with other girls or even friends in general because I had pretty strict parents. So, you know, I couldn't really go to the sleepovers or, you know, so-and-so's house. So it was really hard. I mainly made friends through class or recess, like in elementary school.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't until you that I was like, oh wait, this is possible. Like this I could do this. And like you said earlier, how you felt like it just was like a connection, like it just felt really right and natural.
Very authentic.
Very authentic.
Yeah. I'll echo. I mean, honestly, it was giving surface level in middle school. Yeah. Like, I had the 2 girls, and I mean, we went in different high schools, so naturally we weren't gonna be best friends anymore, and that was it. Like,
I feel like it's pretty common.
Just surface level.
Yeah.
It got me through middle school. That's all I needed. So.
Shit. But I definitely agree. I'm like, I feel like a lot, like, us, like, we really, like, felt like a deeper connection. Like, we really related to one another. And I think us also going to a high school, like, with, like, a lot of white kids predominantly and, like, not even just white kids, but, like, you know, kids who had, like, a lot of privilege. And, like, not that we didn't to a certain extent, but at the end of the day,
we understood our
privilege. Exactly. Like, we understood our own struggles and privilege and whatnot that like just was different from the other kids we went to high school with.
I was gonna say, I think us coming from an immigrant household background also allowed us to connect on that deeper level of 100%. Really understanding. And I feel like during my childhood, I never could have that connection. Like, dang, no one relates to me that like I'm bringing this type of food to school or even I can't, my mom said no, I can't have a sleepover, or, you know, but with you guys, it's never like,
why'd they say no?
Yeah, exactly, like, okay, like, why not? But with you guys, you're like, oh, girl, I get it.
Yeah. Like, what sleepover?
It's fine, I'll see you when I see you. At class.
No, definitely, like, a deeper level of understanding that I feel like helped us really, like,
But I think we also had other immigrant girls in our school too, but for some reason, I think we just clicked on our humor, our quirkiness, I don't know, things that we related on.
Yeah. And we all, like, appreciated each other's, like, authenticity a bit, I feel. And, like, we just meshed well. Like,
it was giving right time, right place.
Yes.
The karmics.
Yes.
The karmics. Yes. Okay. I feel like high school, before I met y'all, obviously I came into it was a new school for me, and I remember my 9th grade year was so lonely, y'all. So lonely. And I didn't fit in, but I genuinely feel like that shifted once I met them. And like, it was uphill from there. It was uphill.
Same.
Facts. My life completely changed when I met you guys, and that sounds so
cliche.
So cliche and corny.
But we used to say that when we were younger, and I feel like we've like held true to that statement, even now, because it's like, you know, we all just had our own struggles with our families and like other factors and stuff, just life in general. And like to this day, like all these years, like I feel like we've really been able to keep it there for one another.
Not the first.
And I feel like it's hard to find. It is hard to find. It's not like the most common type of connection that people are able to really build.
Yeah. Enough boasting about our friendship.
No, I'm like, let's just talk about friendship in general, guys.
Yeah.
So what was college like for y'all? Because obviously we all went to different schools. I went to UNC Charlotte.
And then I actually went to UNC Wilmington, but then I ended up transferring to UNC Charlotte. But
naturally we had different friend groups.
Yeah, we did have different friend groups and just like different like paths, like while we were in college and stuff. Like we still all hung out as friends and stuff, but I feel like we did all have like respectively different experiences.
Yeah, I mean, I went to UNC Chapel Hill, so I was a couple hours away from both of you guys, and I definitely agree. I think different friend groups, but different, you know, studies, just different headspace at that point, and which makes sense because we were freshly 18, trying to figure it out, finally living out on our own, experiencing that independence for the first time. We were all just kind of like,
whoa.
Yeah. But also, I really appreciated all of us for still making that effort into, you know, keeping up with
And we did.
Yeah.
We really did.
We did.
Yeah, no matter what, we really did.
The Snapchat group chat really held us together.
Yes.
At that time.
Yes. It really did.
I feel like for me in college was when I really navigated having to make new friends again. After really having the set of friends I had after leaving high school, that was like the biggest challenge for me. And then COVID fucking hit. So
yeah, COVID hitting during our college years was definitely like, I feel like it definitely held us all back in a way, like the college experience.
Yes.
When it comes to that type of stuff, like
the socializing.
Exactly. Because I'm like, we all like kind of made friends, but like COVID started a year and a half into our college years, so we didn't really like have much after that, like other than just trying to like achieve that level of socialization and stuff. But
there wasn't a depth to those relationships that I think might have happened if we didn't have COVID. Like
we'll never know.
We will never know. But maybe it was for the right reason.
I definitely relate with that. Like having to meet new friends. I was very comfortable with you guys. I mean, senior year, I felt like, damn, we really solidified our friendship senior year. And going to college, I had the same experience. I mean, I made a couple friends, obviously, to the girls that I was rooming with, which makes sense because they're like closest to me. We decided to become roommates. But outside of that, it was mainly classmates that I was working projects on or the clubs that I would join. But for some reason, I don't know, it was really hard for me to find that connection like I did with you guys. I don't know. It just...
Comparison.
Comparison. I was like,
I agree.
You guys are not like my friends.
I know.
Back at home.
And I don't know if that was like the healthiest or not. I don't know, but I do think in a way like it made our friendship stronger because like we would all be at our own colleges, whatever, or like whatever we were doing, we'd be going out, like doing stuff. And I think a part of us, within all of us, like we all just kind of realized like, damn, like this would be better if our girls were here.
Or like if we went to the same college together, that would have been
game over. Unstoppable.
No, yeah, because it's like I remember I would go out with girls and like I'd be like, damn, like I just don't really like trust them as much as I would if these girls were here. Like I would get drunk and then be like, fuck, like I can't really get as drunk with the people I'm with, but I know if I'm with them, like I have like nothing to worry about. And but
it's not even just that. I feel like the little things of like getting food at the dining hall where I'm like, dang, like it's nice going, you know, my roommates and all, but it's just not the same versus I would feel so comfortable. Like you guys are literally like my sisters. Like going, okay, y'all want to go here? Y'all want to meet up at the dining hall or whatever. It just felt a lot more comfortable in that sense. But I'm glad we didn't go to the same schools because I feel like that just was a different experience that we'll all remember. You know? Of that independence for the first time, trying to figure it out, getting out of our comfort zone.
Even though me and Shanice technically did go to the same school.
We did end up living together, but technically not really because
that's a different story.
Yeah, we'll get into that on a different episode.
But
I think forever grateful for our experiences.
Yes, agreed.
Because I'm like, I think all of those experiences like helped us figure out who we are and what we want and what
And what I wanted was them. So.
Period.
What is this? The distance make the heart grow fonder or whatever?
Or something. Whatever they say.
Whatever they say.
This episode is gonna be us just like, love you.
Love you. What she said.
So speaking of friendships still, continuing the conversation of friendships, what are some of y'all's red and green flags when it comes to friendship?
Oh, okay. Threw this question on us. Let me think.
I'm like, that one I wasn't expecting.
Red or green flags in just a general friendship?
Yeah, it could be vague or something specific that comes to mind.
Okay. In general.
I can start with some of mine, like what I value in you guys, like some of y'all's green flags. Like I really like the unconditional support that you guys provide me. Like no matter what, the unconditional love and support. And maybe that comes with time, you know, that's not gonna come up with a new friend that you meet, you're hanging out for the first time. But I think, you know, farther along in the friendship, I would really love that unconditional support. Like no matter what, even if you don't agree with what I'm doing, you can voice that, but just being there for me and knowing that no matter what I do, you will be there for me.
Whether you win or fail, like
Exactly, through the ups and downs.
Yeah.
I really think that's a green flag.
And I feel like any relationship, especially friendships, like that unconditional love, like it is important. Like love and friendship should not be conditional. Like you know, unless it like really, really, you know, y'all just don't match. But that's different. That is different. Yeah. But yeah, I agree.
Unconditional support, green flag. Okay. Another green flag.
Well, while she ponders.
Go for it.
I mean, for me personally, like, I feel like communication is really important for me. Not necessarily, like, you know, we don't have to talk every day. We don't even talk every week. Like, but I just feel like some form of consistent communication, like, is important. To me, at least, in a friendship. Like, and, like, I feel like some people consider that more high maintenance. But, like, I do feel... You know, it's just important. Like, even if it's every few months, whatever it is, like, as long as it's, like, consistent over time, like, I feel like that's really important.
Yeah, and I agree, because, you know, that's how you maintain a relationship, and that's with anybody. Your family, you know, you do need to talk at some point. You can't just go, you know, without talking.
Be like, I'll see you when I see you, like, in a couple years or whatever,
I agree. I think communication is important.
I would say a green flag is effort being put in on both sides. Like, I think...
Yes, reciprocation.
Yeah. I mean, no matter whether it's a new friendship or an old friendship, like, just understanding, like, okay, she planned the last one, naturally, like, let me plan something. Like, I think that's a huge one where it shouldn't take the other person to be like, hey, do you want to plan something now? Just wanting to plan because the other person planned, or just taking turns with that.
I agree with that. Like, the effort should never be one-sided.
Yeah.
I agree. And it's not even, like, it's also planning things, but also, you know, people who cancel, you know, like, okay, maybe I canceled one too many times. Let me not cancel this time so we can still try to maintain that.
The over flaking, not okay. Let's not normalize that. I'm like,
what's the red flag other than flaking?
Because I feel like, well, with the flaking, I just feel like these days, like, so many people, I mean, not so many people, let me stop, but I do think it's like a somewhat common trend to, like, be like, oh, like, I'm choosing my own peace, like, you know, my own boundaries, like this and that, but, like, overall, like, I'm like, we're losing our sense of community. Because at the end of the day, like, to keep that sense of community, you need to be able to communicate. You need to be able to, like, you know, like...
lean on each other.
Exactly, and, like, you can't do that if you're just always flaking on your homies, like, so...
And also, I think a green flag is giving your friend sometimes the benefit of the doubt in those situations, but again, you said, those instances where it's just recurrent, then, okay, red flag.
Also valid.
I think another red flag, which isn't really a specific red flag, but I think how you feel around that person. Like, genuinely, like, you know how they say that instinct, or like that, I don't want to sound so Gen Z, but the vibe that you get when you're with them.
Your vibes.
But like the vibe that you get when you're with them, or you're like anticipating seeing them, or whatever, you're like, oh, I feel a little, maybe judged if you're around them. I feel like that's a red flag. Or you feel a little bit insecure, or you feel like, I don't know, like they're not gonna, I don't know, support you, or whatever it is. I feel like that's kind of
heard, or
supported, heard, seen.
I feel like basically, like, you know, like, listen to your gut when you're around certain people. Like, if it's like someone you're like thinking about becoming friends with on a closer level, like, you know, just reflect and be like, do I really feel like I can be myself around this person? Do I feel like this person would support me, like, regardless of this or that?
And are they authentic? I feel like that's such a green flag.
Authenticity. Because fuck a fake bitch. Leave
Have
that shit out if you need to.
Heavy on that.
Because it's just like, bro, like, I feel like being real with one another, like, that's also another big thing in friendships. Like, you can't really build deeper and authentic friendships without being, like,
real
honest. Real and honest with one another, for sure.
I think another red flag for me is when it's not like a common sense kind of thing of, like, fairness with what we're doing. Like, I'm a very much like, I invited you to this coffee thing, so I'll cover this coffee thing. And then the person isn't ever self-aware of, like, oh shoot, like, she did cover that, like, next time around, like, I'll take care of the drinks. But I think it's just, like, more of an innate thing of knowing, like, when it comes to, like, oh, I got your back, you got my back type of thing. Like, oh, you have to drive 30 minutes and I have to drive 5. Like, maybe let's find an in-between. Like, so it's kind of, like, fair, especially in the beginning, where I feel like you have to build more on like, okay, like we're getting to know each other, like this girl is.
I feel like it could be that way, not even in the beginning too, because I feel like that just shows respect and understanding.
Yeah.
Like, understanding of the other person. Like, oh, I really respect and value your time, or value you getting those drinks for me last time. Like, be considerate.
Yeah.
And also, that is
consideration.
Mindful and consideration.
I was gonna say that is a really green flag, because it's like, damn, you think about these things, and that's actually one of the things that I really love about you, is because you're very considerate.
I know.
Or like you just remember like the details.
That are really good at that.
Yeah, like you just remember like the certain details that I mentioned like a week ago, and I'm like, oh right, like you're checking in on that, or you know, even like you giving me that jacket for my birthday.
I was just about to say that. Like for her 25th birthday, like she got her this jacket that Helen has mentioned before. Like I didn't even like. I don't remember when Helen said that, but
but every time
that
I would wear it, she would always comment on my jacket and say she wanted a jacket, and so consideration.
No, when she pays attention to the little things.
I love that, because I'm like, oh, who cares?
You're welcome. But it's also the same thing where it's like, I wouldn't expect y'all to pull up to my house every single time. And imagine like that was what I expected, and then you were like, no, let's come to my house, and I was like, nah, I'm not driving. Like consideration.
Yeah.
That's like, a red flag.
That's why I get when you said like being fair. Like it sounds stupid to say like being fair, but it's just like more like just consideration, like being like considerate of one another and like one another's effort and like
and time.
Yeah, exactly.
Agreed. I agree.
Well, with the fact of red flags, I think merging into ending friendships, because sometimes you naturally have to end a friendship because of a red flag, or just because of life. How do you guys know when to like cut a friendship off? Like, have you guys cut any friendships off? Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I'm like.
Any recent friendships that y'all have like had to cut off? Like,
I feel like I definitely have cut off friends in the past when I was younger. Obviously at that time I was pretty immature about it, but I think how I knew like was how I felt around them. I just felt, again, the authenticity, the reciprocation wasn't there. Obviously I was really young at the time, but you know, some friends that would come over, I felt really disrespected when they never greeted my parents. You know, like that's something that I value.
Big one.
As an immigrant family.
Yeah. How are you gonna step into my parents' house and not say hello?
But you might as well just go ahead.
It happened more often than you think.
Go ahead.
So because you know those little flags that I see repeatedly, I'm like, okay, I don't know if I value this friendship as much. And then it started bleeding into, obviously, I didn't really think about it as much, but then it bled into, oh, you know, maybe they aren't as supportive, or maybe I'm sensing that they're always trying to one-up me, or like that underlying jealousy. I don't know. Again, the vibes. But then after that, I think either having a conversation with them, or even just slowly drifting apart. Like life is, I feel like that's normal. Especially as you get older, you're so busy. People get married, have kids.
People also just grow apart.
Yeah.
You know, like people grow in different directions.
Yeah.
Which is normal.
Yeah, people move.
Like, I kind of cut someone off recently, but not really. It wasn't even like cutting someone off. But I do, again, like we were saying, like I feel like people just grow apart. Like people grow in different directions. Like it's not always, and it's just normal. It's natural. Like not everyone you're friends with from when you're a kid, like you're gonna be friends with till you die. You know, like it's just not possible. And you know, it's just one of those that happen. Like I feel like we just kind of grew apart in like the way we think and like the way we view even like friendship dynamics and just a lot of different things. And like a lot of friends that I have, I don't argue with them. Like me and Helen have been friends 11, 12 years maybe. Never really have had like an actual argument. Like we've had our little debates maybe, we've had like disagreements maybe, but we have never ever like actually fought. And I can say that about like all of my close friendships. Like I've never
let's
had,
take a break from this friendship.
Yeah, absolutely not.
What are we doing? And even though I've been annoyed of you guys for little things, because we're all humans, I've never been like, oh, I'm actually pissed at Shanice, or I'm pissed at Akshita. Like,
and you know, not trying to judge, but I have noticed that in like other friendships where like I feel like that does happen sometimes. Like, and like I've always taken note of that. Like, oh damn, like that's never happened with me, but like I think that's like the biggest green flag about all of us because like we've always been able to like communicate very clearly and effectively without being like, oh, you fucking bitch or whatever, like just being on some like crazy toxic shit. So I think that's like a big thing, like just being able to like not like fight or like argue about dumb things and like have it escalate. Like I think that's a big red flag in any friendship. Like maybe you guys aren't compatible.
Reason to end it.
I
agree.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for me, I'm a very like I'm in it or I'm not in it type of person. So for me, as much as it might sound cold, like I think once I get to that understanding, that feeling of like I don't think you're supportive of me, like I don't think this is gonna like be of a positive influence in my life. I'm a very just like upfront, blunt person, and we'll communicate that. I think rather than just like faking it, because I can't fake it, and that's how I feel like I've gone about friendships I've ended. And again, I've not really ended many friendships. If they've separated, it's because it's been an actual separation.
Same.
But I think it just comes down to like the gut feeling and like trusting in that and being like, I'm better off without this.
I agree. And I do love that Shanice is super blunt too. Like I feel like
she's not red flag.
She's not like, but the thing I like is she's not unwantedly like blunt. Like I feel like some people like they just be saying shit when no one asked them to, you know, like. But I feel like Shanice, like if you want her to be blunt, she will be, which I always have appreciated. Like if I want someone to like tell me the hard truth, like I know I can count on her to do that.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say that's also I consider it a green flag because your bluntness pushes me to do better in situations, and you know you're not going to sugarcoat things just to spare my feeling, especially if I need to hear the hard truth sometimes, which we all do sometimes. Love being delulu, but sometimes you got to snap into reality.
True friends are real with one another when they need to be.
When they need to be real. But yeah, I think that's also another red flag, or not red flag, green flag of yours. So what do you guys want to talk about our green and red flags?
For ourselves?
Yeah, or like for our friendships, like our green and red flags
of each other. All right then.
Okay. Stir in the pot.
I'm so done.
I think that, and I feel like I want to talk a little bit more about your green flag.
Oh my god! My head, is it big?
I think it goes farther than getting out of my, or telling me the truth, but also what I really value is pushing me out of my comfort zone. When it comes to working out, when it comes to literally just anything that if I have an idea, you're very much like, go for it. Or, you know, why not? Like sometimes I doubt myself. I have that self-doubt where I'm like, oh, but you're like just so honest with me, and you're like, why would you think that? Or, you know, like you question me sometimes, and I'm like, you're right. Like, why did I? You know? Valid. But I really, really love that and value that in you.
Well, one of the green flags for Shanice that I was gonna say. Well, I already talked about the like her being blunt, like you know when you want her to be, love that about her. But I also like I feel like since we were young, I've always appreciated like how motherly she can be towards towards the people she loves, because she don't be giving that shit out for free, like. But I absolutely love that she's like so motherly like towards the people she loves, because it's like it makes you feel special first of all, and like second of all I feel like it's just like it's like such a good energy to be around, especially like when we were teenagers getting fucked up. Like that was like the best feeling, to be taken care of by her. So
I agree. I definitely agree.
I would say green flag for Akshita is the openness. Like if anyone is the person to talk to, I mean everyone is, that's why we're all friends, but like she will meet you where you're at until you're ready to be elsewhere. Like, you know, you want to just be like venting about this and not have that bluntness, not have that second like opinion about maybe you're wrong. That is who Akshita is. Like
a listener.
Yes, she will listen. She will listen. Like, yes.
I did want to be a therapist for a reason.
Exactly. I would say green flag for Helen is you care so much about how we feel, like comfortableness, even being home, like when we're here with you, we like how we're feeling in general, just like empathetic in that sense, like checking in. She is the one to check in, like how are you doing? How have you been? Wanting to genuinely feel like know about your day rather than like, oh, just a superficial, how was your day? Like, good. No, I'm gonna sit here, my day was actually shit, Helen. Like, listen to this. So I feel like, I mean, that's also a listening ear.
Yeah.
The empatheticness.
Yeah. I was gonna say, that was one of my green flags for you too. Like, I'm
So
like,
empathetic.
she's very empathetic.
Aww.
Like, and it, you know, that's a great,
Guys,
that's a great trait.
Stop.
earlier. Blushing, yes.
So the red flag.
My green flag for hers is very similar to yours, is that I love how social you are. Like, no matter who, if it's a new person, like if I invite another person or whoever around, cousin, family, I know you will be able to handle yourself in a social situation. Like, I know I can leave you. I mean, same thing with you. But, like, you're very, like, if it's a quiet person, you're not awkward. I feel like I can be a little bit awkward in that scenario, but you're very good.
I don't think they are, but
I feel like I'm more standoffish, naturally.
Same. Like, my RBF is crazy.
Naturally.
Thanks, guys.
But I think you're very open. Like, you're just very open, and like you said, like, people you're just really easy to talk to, which I think is a green flag.
Thank you.
So red flag.
Oh.
Honestly, none.
None. Honestly, playing on to the green flag with yours, the red flag would be that you care too much sometimes.
And this is why I truly believe people's greatest strengths are also their biggest weakness.
Yeah.
I don't know, personally.
Yeah.
Because same thing with you. I feel like your bluntness
yes.
is so nice.
It's correlated.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like the flip side, the other side of the coin is that sometimes maybe your bluntness can come off as like lacking a little bit of empathy in those situations. Because I'm like, I'm not saying you're yelling at me when I'm crying, but you know, it's nothing like that. But it's just like sometimes I'm like,
okay.
But you know, you can't win. Same thing with me. Like I can't win. Like sometimes I'm just always
caring.
Yeah, I'm always caring, or I'm overly caring about the other person's feelings, when sometimes I wish I could be a little bit more blunt.
And I wish that it wasn't that for your feelings, because I don't want your feelings to get hurt because you care so much.
Right.
And I think that's where it comes from, like a sense of like protecting you, but naturally you're just gonna care more than I care for you.
Yeah. So it's the
two sides of the coin.
Yes. But I was gonna say something. I mean, not super similar, but for Helen, I was gonna say like, I feel like you let your fears hold you back a bit, which you know.
Okay, is that a red flag in general, or is that a friendship red flag?
The only reason the only reason I would correlate it to friendship is because like I feel like we'll like want to do stuff where like, you know, I feel like because of how you grew up, it like
testing my boundaries.
Yes. Like I feel like you could like go beyond those boundaries a lot of times, but you kind of hold yourself back because you're afraid, or like whatever those feelings of anxiety and like fear are. Like, and you know, we all are very understanding about it because of how she grew up. But I do think it can hold you back at times. But you know.
Yeah.
So how do you think that is a red flag in a friendship? Like, because we're not able to do things?
Yeah, like certain things, because I feel like me and Shanice or whatever, like I feel like we're more down to like do certain things that like challenge us in a way, Whereas like you're like, you know, you don't really want to do those things, which I understand. Yeah. But I'm like, you know, there's nothing wrong with trying it and like putting yourself out there.
No, yeah. I can see that.
Like, would you skydive tomorrow?
I actually would.
Oh, well.
No, you should have said like ice skating or something.
Oh, okay.
No, literally, I'm like, she's different.
It's like certain things.
No, yeah.
Where I'm like, oh, I'm there. You know? And there's other things I'm like, well, I'm just gonna sit back on this one.
Yeah. But that's
okay.
Yeah. Wait, you said what?
Because I was honestly gonna say something similar about you too. Like, because when I was like thinking about both you guys, like I feel like even for you, like sometimes I feel like you're really good at encouraging others to step out of their comfort zone, but I feel like you yourself don't always step out of your comfort zone when you could, you know? But I will give her credit. I feel like she has been recently trying to do more of that.
Yes, you really have.
Which I love to see. Absolutely love.
Thanks.
Baddies are blooming.
Baddies are blooming.
Here we are.
Yes.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
That was a good one.
Okay, and we're back. So we left off at
Talking about red flags.
specifically yours.
Did you have it in mind? Go ahead.
Honestly, the only thing that popped up in mind, which I don't think it's like per se how you act in friendships, but mainly like your ADHD can sometimes
she said
can affect the relationship in the sense of if I'm talking to you and you're on your phone, you literally you're not hearing anything that I'm saying.
No
multitasking
skills.
I can be a little bit annoyed about because I'm like, oh, you're not listening to me, you're not hearing me out, or even just like you telling me, like your time management of you telling me you're gonna pull up at 7 and then you're pulling up at 7:20.
Yes.
But those aren't. I feel like again, like all of our red flags are not real red flags. Like y'all are not toxic, y'all are not competitive. You guys are not, you know what I mean? Like always preying on my downfall. Or, you know what I'm saying?
At that point, why are we friends?
But I do agree with that. I'm like, I do know that those are flaws of mine.
Yeah, you took my red flag. It was the time management, I think. That's really it. But I will say, it has gone better.
It's gone so much better.
Yes, it has gone better. And that's all that matters, because we've acknowledged that with you. We've talked about it.
We have talked about it.
And it's gone better.
And I haven't been mad at you about that for a while. So.
That's true. That was something we related on, like, in the sense of frustration.
It was something I used to get yelled at for.
Not yelled at.
Not necessarily yelled at, but I understand. I'm like, me and my, I'd be all over the place sometimes, but I have been getting better at it, or trying to, because I do acknowledge that it's important to be considerate of other people's time.
Yes. Yes. 100%.
Yes.
To acknowledgement, to awareness, to growing, to blooming.
Period.
Segueing that into
low maintenance and high maintenance friends. Do you guys consider yourselves low maintenance or high maintenance friends, and what does that look like? Because I know people can have different definitions.
Yeah, let us know below. Let us know what you guys are.
What do you think you are?
Yeah.
Because we have, I feel like we've like talked about this like over the years of us being friends, like what our opinions are, and just like, do we feel like we're low maintenance? Do we feel like we're high maintenance? Do we like low maintenance versus high maintenance type of friendships and stuff? So
naturally, I'm a very low maintenance girly, and I'm looking for a low maintenance friends. Like, I admit I'm not the best at reaching out to people, but I feel like I put in just enough effort and I match the other person's effort. Especially in new friendships. I think we kind of know where we stand with each other, where like we just expect to show up for certain things and big things, and like that's as much as I think I expect. Like, I'm a very low
and we communicate pretty well. Like I feel like us, like
know,
it's just been a while of just communicating.
Yeah. So what do you consider as what would be high maintenance for you? Like a friend. Like if you met someone and you're like, oh, she's kind of high maintenance as a friend. What do you consider?
High maintenance for me would be expecting like me to always go out with you and like accept every invitation you give me. Especially too when it comes to like we can't even hang at home and like watch a movie. Like a high maintenance friend is expecting us to go to the like club, a dinner, a club, and a night out every other weekend. Like that's like a lot to expect of anyone. That to me is a little high maintenance.
Okay, so then I guess I would consider myself in that definition a low maintenance too. I mean, at first I thought I was kind of in between, because I'm the same way. It's like, okay, if I see you. Also, I really struggle with reaching out to people after some time. Yeah, so where I consider myself a little bit more high maintenance is that I do want to know what's going on in your life, and I would want you to know what's going on in mine, because life is so busy, like things can happen in a week or a month where I'm like, I would like to know if something major happened in your life. Did you get a new job? Did you get a job promotion? Did you move? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about moving? Are you thinking about, are you not good right now? Like, do you need my support in that sense? Like, emotional wise, I guess maybe I'm a little bit more high maintenance, but I'm not the one that's like, okay, I expect a phone call every single week, every single month. Like, I really don't care for that. As long as I hear from you.
That's good.
Couple months, maybe once or twice a year, where we're like having, deep conversations, then I'm okay.
You're fulfilled.
So I don't know, is that low, high?
I think that's in between.
I'm like, I feel like we're all relatively low maintenance. Like, I don't think any of us are like super high maintenance. Like, I feel like I've had a high maintenance friendship before that like I drifted away from, but like, and I just remember like Shanice said, it was very much like this person was always expecting me to like always hang out with them, or like anytime they wanted to go out, or anytime they wanted to do this or that, like they like needed me to like be with them, and it just, to me, it was like very needy and clingy, which like I just didn't appreciate. Like, I'm not your girlfriend, I'm your friend, so it should be treated as such. And I feel like expecting like so much from one person as a friend is just not fair.
Agreed.
And yeah, just like, you know, being able to just like chill and like watch a movie or literally just chill. Like, sometimes it's nice to just be in each other's presence. Like, you don't always have to be like doing something or getting dinner or like going to the club or whatever it is. And I feel like those type of relationships can just become superficial to a certain extent, and it's just like,
and it's kind of draining.
It is.
My pockets and my mental.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess we're all kind of low maintenance.
Yeah, I would agree. I feel like where I'm high maintenance is like similar to what Helen said. Like, I really appreciate communication. Like, once again, like I feel like any of my friendships, like I just appreciate some level of consistent communication, even if that's like once every 6 months, you know, like I feel like as long as it's consistent, I appreciate it. And like, it's just what I expect.
Like, I know what's going on in your life.
Yeah,
like, you're alive and you're doing well.
Yes.
Or even if you're not,
So segueing that into the other type of friendships you could have.
Yes.
Male friendships.
So, amongst all of the things we've been talking about related to friendship, we figured male friendship is a good topic to talk about since it's so controversial these days. And like, you know, I feel like a lot of people, they don't really know how they feel about it, or if they, you know, want their partner to be friends with a male or a female or whatever it is. Like, some people feel like it's not even possible, you know, like there's a lot of different opinions circulating the topic, so we figured we'd talk about it. But I have a male friendship. I feel like I've always like kind of had guy friends here and there, like a couple, like one or two. Right now, like as the years have progressed, only one has lasted throughout the test of time. And I feel like the reason like that one friendship has lasted is because we're really good at just being low maintenance, but also like just very like respectful of each other's boundaries. Like, a lot of guys I've been friends with in the past, like they cross those boundaries very easily. Like, oh, like just flirting, or like just saying things they shouldn't say, doing things they shouldn't do, and just like acting in a way that like friends don't act with each other. Like, you know, even female friendships, like lesbians can be friends, but like it doesn't mean y'all are like trying to like be lustful towards one another and stuff. Like, I feel like so I feel like I apply that mindset to male friendships as well. And again, the friendship I have with the one guy that I am still friends with for the past like, I don't know, almost 10 years. Like, we've been friends since like high school. Yeah, we're just like really respectful, like no flirting, nothing, like very just bro, girl, normal friend type of conversation. Like, it's just because I feel like I've been friends with guys before where they'll see me, we're going out, and they'll be like, damn, like ass looks fat, or like whatever it is, like dumb shit that
not
like
needed.
Exactly, not needed. Whereas like the person I'm friends with still, like if I were to look good, you'd be like, oh, like you look good. Like, that's a way more respectful and like friendly way to like speak to one another as friends, rather than, you know, the other way around. So
looking at me like I'm a piece.
Just like objectifying, like you should never like, objectify your friends, like
like I could pursue that when it's like, hey, we're friends.
Exactly.
It would have been progressed, and it would have already. But clearly we're friends.
Which is why I feel like male and female friendships like can be harder for a lot of people, because again, like I think in a lot of instances men do cross those boundaries, and like sometimes women cross those boundaries also. Like, it happens both ways, but again, I do think that's why it makes it harder to have that relationship. But I don't think it's impossible, because I've seen it with myself, I've seen it with other people. Like, I just don't think it's like as common, but it is possible in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where we both are at, where we don't keep male friends around.
I feel like I've never been against it or anything. I just think it's just that situation where, you know, I've never met a guy where I'm like, oh, I feel comfortable, respected, like, you know, that boundary's not getting crossed. And, like, I also feel like the guy friends that I had made in the past was very surface level. I feel like guys' relationships tend to be that way, and I'm very emotional. Like, I value my female friendships a lot, like, because I can tap into that and talk a lot, while the guys that I have been friends with in the past, it's just very surface level.
I think with that surface level aspect, I also know myself, and like I can admit I don't know how to not be flirty with males. That's just how I am. And sometimes my demeanor can come off to them even more flirty than I actually mean it. Like I'm actually just telling a joke, but you are like, wait, is she turning my pants? No. Like I'm just trying
Unfortunately, a lot of men, they don't know how to like view things as just
jokes and silly. Like
if a bad bitch makes a joke, she's not flirting with you. She's just making a joke sometimes.
But I think that's where like you're saying I'd rather just for my own sake and theirs keep it like either, you know, we're together or we're not together or you know, it's not what I like to manage.
Yeah, and I think a reason why that might be is because you have a brother. You know,
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, versus we don't. We don't have any brothers, so
we don't know what it's like to vibe with a man.
Yeah,
and we have
like talks with the man.
Stop.
Play video games, like please.
We have talked about this before because I feel like it's just something we've noticed where like not just us but like other friends that like we have, like a lot of the friends we have that do tend to have guy friends seem to be the ones that also grew up with brothers or whatever. So so maybe it's just one of those things. Like drop down in the comments if
you have a boyfriend friend.
Yeah, I'm like because like we do feel like maybe it's correlated because it's just
like you're subconscious.
Yeah, like, you get used to a certain dynamic, so you're more comfortable with it. Whereas people who don't grow up with a brother are like, you know, guys their age and they're like, oh, like ew, which is totally understandable.
Yeah.
So
with that, I mean.
Well,
to friendship.
To friendship.
Yeah, keep your friends close. Value the ones that you do have.
So, on that note, I think this brings us to the end of our first episode, y'all.
I know, it's been crazy. I had so much fun.
This is really good. We got to know each other just a little bit more. I hope you guys got to know us a little bit more, too. And
I feel like this went a lot better than I expected. I'm like...
Yes.
Our yapping was very in sync, and I love that.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys stay tuned in for the next one.
Comment down below.
Sorry, go ahead.
If you have any suggestions for like future topics, you know, comment them down below.
Yes, we will be reading.
We will be reading, and keep those that make you grow close.
Yes.
And in bloom always.
In bloom.
Until next time.
Yes.